Migration is a situation humanity has faced since the beginnings of history itself. The causes are many, however, the main objective has always been to look for better life conditions. In the creation of the Declaration of Human Rights, Articles 13 and 14 defend migration from those countries where its conditions are harsh or uncertain for their citizens. Everyone has the right for freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state, according to the Article 13. And Article 14 says, everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum for persecution. These articles must be followed by the countries that are part of the United Nations, in this case, US and Mexico, making migration part of the human rights, according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In my opinion, taking these factors in count, migration has been a human right since 1948, and it must be respected by these countries. Migration, in a modern context, has become a meaning of a second opportunity, the limit between life and death, and a new way to see the life.
For me, migration is basically enter to another country in an illegal form in search of opportunities and a better lifestyle, and all of these because they don't have like the resources to do it legally. So I would say that migration is not a human right but a crime, but seeking more opportunities and a better lifestyle, it is a human right.
Now we are going to make a brief analysis of how the administration of Biden is currently facing the situation of migration in the United States. Biden propelled his campaign based on promises that span multiple sectors, which were affected by policies imposed by the Trump administration. Of all these sectors, migration was a big one. We are now 3 months into his administration, and so far he has failed on most of his promises, not only for the American citizens, but also for the migrants that come from all parts of the continent. He made 2 main promises on his campaign: to freeze deportations on his first 100 days in office, which he didn't do, and deportations have never stopped ever since. The other promise was to close down the detainment camps where migrants were being kept in inhumane conditions. Not only did his administration not deliver on this promise, but they even opened a new detainment camp for migrant children. We can only hope that he fulfills his campaign promise for the creation of a process that allows illegal migrants to obtain citizenship, but even that seems far from reach at this point.
For decades, migration factors are not only caused in one way. Still, they are rather a mixture of causes such as political instability and inequality, unfair distribution of jobs, internal violence, insecurity. However, we can include some other causes like environmental factors such as droughts or hurricanes and earthquakes, and all this contributes to people's mind in migrating when they find themselves vulnerable. Also, a big target is the United States. Thanks to their great opportunities and advantages, moving there implies many dangers like desert conditions, scams, or even extortions. But they also can come across drug cartels or illegal human trafficking groups. However, we must add that they are at risk of being arrested and being deported also by police, even though they are often victims of police abuse, which completely ignores their humanity and their rights as civilians.